This is a demonstration on how to use the Chrome developer tools. First of all, you need to navigate to a website. Let's navigate to stpaul.edu. And then when you're in any website, you can just right click and you can see two things. You can see view page source. Let's look at that quickly. And that, you saw it open a new tab, and that is all the code for a website. This is a very complicated website. They aren't all this complicated, but this is all the code that goes into making the website for the homepage for St. Paul College. Now, what we're going to do though is we're going to go instead, so we're going to right click again. Instead of going to view page source, we're going to go to inspect. And that leads us to the Chrome developer tools. And this is where I can see the code and I can actually play around with the code in the Chrome developer tools. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to navigate to some text here. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, find some more normal looking text. Here's some normal looking text. So I'm going to right click on that text and I'm going to hit inspect. And the inspector is already open, but what it did is it brought me to the exact thing that I had clicked on. So now I can see the code for this thing that I clicked on, which is kind of handy. And now when this is actually, you might call it the HTML side, and this is the CSS side. So now I can see the various code, and you might be familiar with font sizes. This is a font size of 18 pixels. This is a color, it's a gray, it's number 777. Margin, that's the space at the top. Margin top. Font weight is normal as opposed to a bold font. And then the margin at the bottom. Those are things that are attached to this code that I highlighted. Now, in the developer tools, I can do this. I can actually uncheck some of these things and see what happens. And you can see I lose that 18-point font, and what happens is it's finding another solution that's farther down, or else it's going to a default solution. So I can change the font size. I can actually uncheck the color, and then it goes to a darker gray. It's very exciting. I can uncheck anything I want and just kind of go crazy and just change it to, oh, look at what happened. Wow, it really did go crazy. It looks totally different when I unchecked it. So I'm going to check it all back in here, and now my website's back to normal. Now, what I also can do, I'm going to get a little more room here for the website. You can also do this. Yeah, you just kind of click on it just right. So it's kind of like when you click the rename button. You have to like double click it just the right speed. And you know, it always works eventually. Try that one there. There, whoa, that's cool. I never did that before, but you can actually select a color here. So now I'm actually picking out a new color for the text. But I want it to be a green color for spring. So pretend it's going to be spring. And it actually, you see it change it to a color number. We'll cover that in chapter 3. It's not long till we'll cover that. And so when I close it, does it save it? Yep, it saved that color. You can also just, I'm going to try it again here. Now I double click it. You can also just put many colors have words. In fact, if I type in like purple, yep, I see there's a Rebecca purple, a medium purple, and a purple. And let's try Rebecca purple. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's very nice. So anyway, so you can actually just put a word in there too. It's a little easier. And it's kind of cool how you can actually change this. Like maybe, well, if you had like the person that was in charge of this page come in and then they would see you make the changes to their website, you might freak them out. But actually you're just changing it from what you're seeing on this page. So I refresh the page and everything's back to normal. So I'll scroll up to my language I changed here. Oh, it's a long ways up. Where is this language here? Anyway, everything's back to normal when I refresh the page. All those changes I made they don't stay. Here they are. So everything's back to where it started. And that is how you access the Chrome developer tools.